Hey there, let's talk about the root cause of worrying and overthinking. So, if you ever find yourself that's like in your head and you're thinking about what could happen in the future or what happened in the past or how to resolve a problem that you feel like there's no solution to, typically the root cause of that is like a trauma response or something that isn't resolved within yourself. So if you think about it, when you go into your mind and you're overthinking, it's like the nervous system, like when it's overactivated, when it's overstimulated, likely because there's some kind of like emotion that wants to come through that maybe you've been in the habit of like stuffing down, or a pain that wants to be processed, but you've learned to like push it down. One of my teachers was Debbie Ford, and she taught about the shadow, and the way that she taught about it is that like these things that we don't allow to come to the surface, these things that we reject about ourselves, the things that we make wrong about ourselves, we like try to push down like an inflated beach ball underneath the water, and eventually it just keeps popping up, right? And so when there's like overthinking happening or worrying happening, there's actually something that's being held in your body, whether it's been old pain, old trauma, grief, that's manifesting through the your system and generating in overthinking and worrying. And so the way to get to this, and allow this to purge through, is actually just pause and allow yourself to feel it, allow yourself to be present with it. So imagine if you had like a little child that was in pain or in fear, or just needed some attention, right? They would come up and they're like, hey, hey, hey. I mean, would you turn around to them and be like, I don't got time for you? And I know that a lot of times that there's a part of you part of me that like I've experienced where it's almost like it almost feels like what's happening in life is way more important than pausing and being present with yourself. And And there's also like an underlying fear. If I stop and feel this sensation, this pain that's trying to get my attention, that I might never stop crying. The pain will hurt so bad that it might even just break my heart. I'll never get out of, if I dive into this, if I allow myself to be present. And I'm not saying spend the entire day or week or month with it. Like, give yourself 5 minutes. It just wants to move through you. And so that, it's like that story that tells you not to be present with it. Like, think about it. It's like in the 5 minutes that you can just give yourself, it's very much worth, rather than like weeks or months of like running around, like worrying and overthinking and stressing out. I promise you this, that the fear of being present with it for just a little bit, the fear of how much it will hurt, the fear of what's actually inside, the fear of not stopping crying, is really just part of the survival brain that wants to keep that pain body alive.